So, you're, how did you know that you wanted to be a Jesuit? Because like, I saw in the internet that you had political, in your family, both musical and political. So how did you decide na parang you wanted to enter that vocation?
Right. I come from political clans, no? On my father's side, si Vicente Francisco was a former senator, Senate President, noong panahon nila Romulo, and my mother is a first cousin of Ninoy, so we grew up also discussing a lot of politics at home among the clan members, and mula ng pagkabata I was already very much aware of political repression, and I was inspired, no, by political heroes, activists within the family and the larger clan, no? I also come from a very musical family. Ang lola ko sa father's side was a concert pianist, composer, and then ang uncle ko si Louis Ocampo, who wrote songs for Apo Hiking, for Joey Albert, like Tell Me, Ewan, so many songs. So we grew up in an atmosphere of music and politics. But there are also several religious in the family, no? Both priests and women religious. So these were important factors that influenced my young life. But when I was in grade 7, back in grade 7, I remember waiting for our family driver to pick us up after school one August afternoon, after dismissal, and while walking along the corridors of the Ateneo grade school, from the main gate to the chapel, I just felt somehow invaded by God's presence. It was a very strange but beautiful experience of being filled by God, and I knew it was God, no? Because I was just filled with joy and a certain lightness of being, and my spontaneous response was, yes Lord, I will be a priest for you. And although sarado na yung mga school orgs by then, tapos na yung recruitment, because I wanted to become a priest that very moment,
Wow.
so I approached the moderator of the altar servers, and I begged that I be accepted kahit tapos na ang recruitment that very afternoon, because suddenly I just knew I was called to become a priest. Because back then, naisip ko, at least sa simula, magsiserve sa misa sa gilid ng altar, mamaya pagpare na ako, sa gitna na ako, no? But because they eventually learned, I was accepted, but they learned that I was a pianist, organist. I ended up playing the organ at mass and never served at all. And pagdating ng first year high school, somehow my life was reoriented because of that experience of God. I thought my childhood was normal enough despite the experience of coming from a broken family. But that religious experience altered the direction of my life. By then, grade 6, grade 7, first year high school, I was already enrolled at the UP Conservatory of Music extension program. And I was assigned my first piano concerto, which was a milestone for anyone learning to play the piano. Kasi pinangako sa akin ng aking professor sa UP na pag natapos ko to, tutugtog ako with an orchestra sa Luneta Park, parang debut. And so every young pianist would aspire for that, no? But because God entered my life and was calling me to be a priest, I end up becoming a member of ASIL, Ateneo Catechetical Instruction League, and Dulaang Sibol. And so I told my piano teacher, Ma'am, I'm sorry, I will have to discontinue my piano lessons and my future as a concert pianist. I never consulted my parents. It was just a decision I made on my own. Sayang naman, sabi niya, you've reached this far. Ngayon ka pa BBQ. And I told her, Ma'am, I'm sorry po, pero iba na yung tawag sa akin. And so I gave up piano. And then I got immersed in ASIL, in Dulang Sibol, in socially oriented organizations. Plus, at the same time, our class wrote Hindi Kita Malilimutan. And that was the first religious song that I wrote. And at 14, when I set the music to the lyrics provided by my classmate, the song spread far and wide all over the nation. And I was just in first year high school, and that was an overwhelming experience.
Even then, it was popular.
Much more popular than it is today. Ngayon, baduy na siya, papatay na lang siya. November 1, you hear the Corosas. But then, it was sort of the I Will Sing Forever or Tanging Yaman. It was being sung everywhere. And that was an overwhelming experience for a high school kid. Because I knew that God was here in this experience. I wasn't thinking of God at all when I wrote the music. Again, I was just waiting again. Delikado when you are waiting, God enters your life. I was waiting for my hot dog sandwich at home. I got home after school, was waiting for my merienda, and I said, unahin ko na itong Filipino assignment ko, which meant setting music to the lyrics provided by our class. So I tinkered on the piano. After half an hour, tapos na yung assignment ko. So I ate my sandwich, watched cartoons probably. I don't even know what I did that afternoon. And then the next day, I sang my version in class. They selected my version among the 4 versions. We competed against the upper years. We won the grand prize. And then the song, by its own, spread far and wide. And then recording companies started approaching me to record the song. So I knew God was there again. Parang ang kulit ng Diyos nung early years ko. Basta pumapasok na lang siya sa buhay ko at ginugulo ako. And because I knew God was in that experience, I decided to continue writing liturgical songs for young people.